Hey mamas, and welcome back to my channel. So this is gonna be about basically breaking plateaus, and especially when you are of a certain age, as we are. I'm in my 50s. I just turned 50 this year, but as I've said in many of my other videos, but if you're in your 40s, even this applies. You know, some women go through changes earlier. And you know, we're all in different stages. So in life, with our fitness, with our health, with our wellness, we're all at different stages. So the point of this video is just to kind of highlight that it's not about perfection. And I know people always say this, and it's like, yeah, but I just want to be a certain way, and I want to just be here at this point and this point. I get it, because that's my mindset a lot of the time. But when I find myself thinking like that, I have to break that thought and be like, hey, don't be hard on yourself. Again, it's not about perfection. It's about long-term results and lasting results that you can live with, and a lifestyle that you can live with. And it's normal to hit plateaus. It's normal to have off days. It's normal to feel like, what am I doing this routine for? I'm not seeing any results. I'm not seeing any changes. But just to get your body moving, just to be doing something is better than just to sit and do nothing, because doing nothing will not ignite anything in you to change. And the very thing about, you know, changing your lifestyle, adopting a new way of being is, you know, having something that pushes you in that direction and that motivates you to get on some sort of a program or get on some sort of a path. So when I'm talking about, you know, this or that in my videos about like bad habits, etc., which I don't do a lot of long form videos. That's why I'm struggling a little bit with this one. But you have to remember that it takes time. It's not an overnight thing. So changing bad habits, kind of thinking of finding a fitness plan, that works for your fast-paced life, or your slow-paced life, depends on what you got going on. Being stuck at home a lot, which a lot of new moms are. And you can be a new mom in your mid-30s, you can be a new mom in your 40s. You know, I had my last child when I was 40, so on the dot. So there's no like rules there. Like, people tend to just kind of say, oh, well, you know, they tend to say, oh, it's just the millennials having kids right now. But I was a Gen X, like having a kid like a millennial, you know, like I literally had kids way past the deadline of what they talk about. So there's all of that. You have to adapt and adjust for that, because everybody's life is different in that way. So I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that, you know, you shouldn't put pressure on yourself to be like perfect, you know. And I think as women, we tend to do that all the time, you know, especially in this day and age. And we're dealing with now, you know, all the modern technology and filters and all this stuff, AI, and it can be really, really freaking discouraging, you know, because like we are putting ourselves way up here, you know, and it's not real. It's not real. Remember, it's all in good fun when you're doing it, because being healthy is the focus now. Being healthy inside, being healthy on the outside, being healthy mentally, that's got to be the focus when you're not on a platform, when you're not on camera. And I think most of us are becoming content creators. If we're not leaving for some magical job, we're content creators. So I can relate. I can relate to the struggle, you know. I didn't want to make a video today, I'll be honest. Like, I don't like being on camera. I don't like being on camera on a regular basis. I've been a content creator on and off for years, and I just thought I wanted to come back and, you know, do a whole new type of content. So I started all over again, but I find it exhausting. It's draining. It's hard. It can be very challenging. You're not always in the mood to be on camera. You're not always in the mood to talk to people you can't see and interact with. And I think it's really hard where I am because I'm not like at a top level with my content creation right now. You know, I don't get to do lives on YouTube. I don't get to interact with the people that are watching my content. So it's like talking to nothing and like hoping for the best. And so that can be discouraging. I've been attempting a YouTube channel since my kids were babies and I was stay-at-home mom. This is back in 2010. My first child was born in 2012, but I think I started a little bit before even my first child. So I tried content creation several times when they were little, and I was just too exhausted. I would get too tired. And this was before everything was so automated. You had to do everything. YouTube was like in its dinosaur stages, and I just did not always have the juice in my tank to make content. And I still don't, you know, I'm finding myself defaulting to technology more. But I still think that, you know, there's still room for real content creation and real people. And I think it's important for people like me to say, hey, I've been there. I've been in the plateaus. I've been in the low valleys. I've been in the high valleys in all areas of my life, with my body image, with my career, with everything. I've been up and I've been down, and I've lost things and I've gained things. And I continue to learn and I continue to grow as I'm on this journey, but it is not easy. It is not easy at all to stay consistent because you have all these other things in life that you're dealing with. And I get it because I'm the same way. I'm dealing with things all the time. And getting up here and putting your best foot forward isn't always something that you feel like doing. And what is this jacket doing? Isn't something that you always feel like doing. And it can be daunting, and you can really start to second guess yourself when you see other content creators that seem way better at what they're doing. And especially like me, I'm new to being back to it, and I stepped out of it for years. And so, especially on YouTube, so I look around and I've been back doing it for a few years now, but I'm not where I want to be yet. And it's hard because I feel like I should be so much further ahead than I am, but I stopped and started so many times. And sorry, this is kind of turning into more of a vlog style than a talking head, tell you what to do with yourself. But I just had to make this video because sometimes these videos are therapy too for me as I'm trying to help others. And just letting you know that you're not alone in your journey with everything. Life is really tough right now, and fitness almost seems like a luxury. Taking care of yourself should never be a luxury. It should be part of your daily activity, like breathing, drinking water, eating right. But I feel like with all the worries that we have in the world right now, I feel like it's becoming a low priority for people. And they're kind of looking at it like, well, we don't know if we're going to be eating next week. And so I get that. It's very scary right now. So don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. Just move your body, do what you can do, and do something though. Even if it is just the most mundane, simple thing, walking, you know, drinking a little bit more water than normal, because especially in uncertain times, it's so important to be your healthiest self, to feel as strong as you can feel, because we are in unprecedented times. And when things are this crazy, you want to kind of have like control over what's going on internally with your body and your mental. And your mental to me is connected to your physical, etc. And so forget about all the expectations and just try to stay healthy. Especially at our age, it's so important to try to stay healthy. We have children to take care of. We have, you know, so much on our plates that we need to try to take care of ourselves. And really that's the message, is take care of yourself mentally, take care of yourself physically, and don't put a lot of pressure on yourself to be perfect and have the goals. You know, don't put a lot of pressure on yourself to reach a certain goal at a certain time at this point in time. Just stay healthy, do the wall Pilates with me. It makes you feel better just doing a little bit every day, and then eating really clean. And I will show you some of what I eat in a day video soon coming up. I'm just trying to get used to doing long form content again because it has been forever. And it seems so hard. It even seems hard to talk this long for me now. A lot of my content is either automated or, you know, not on here, but on other sites. And it's just really hard for me to talk online like this, like really long periods of time, I'm finding. I'm so used to doing short form content. So taking my time and pacing myself, I have to teach myself how to, yeah, it's like kind of driving a car and stick shifting up and down. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Right now, I feel like I have to slow down and take my foot off the brake. So, very, very interesting in terms of making this video for you. But I hope this helped. I hope, if anything, I can just be a moral support for you. I hope that my wall Pilates videos are supporting you in some way or another, making you feel like you can have fun with fitness and it doesn't have to be so serious. And you don't have to go to a gym to move your body. You can move your body at home. It might not be your ideal workout, but at least you're doing something and you can fit it in a couple seconds every day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I am gonna go try to make some long content for you now in a workout because I'm not the best at talking on video. But I hope this helped. And remember the old thing that you always have to do, and you hear from a million content creators out there. If you like the content you've been seeing both in my shorts and my long form, and you see potential in this channel, please remember to comment. Let me know what you think so far, what you want to see from me, any expectations going forward in the future. And remember to share it out and like, and also remember to subscribe. I really, truly appreciate any support as a new content creator on this platform again. And that's it for now. Peace and love and all that good stuff. Kisses. Bye.